Hey guys, D1sco here, and today I am reacting to the Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra Super Saiyan God Vegeta character, I think reveal, right? Character spotlight, that's right, they call them spotlights. Oh, this is uploaded 2 weeks ago. Okay, I'm late. Sure. And it'll be like 3 or 4 weeks by the time this goes live, just because I've been filming quite a bit and so I've been filming like I filmed like six or no, I would say like 8 or 9. I would say like 8 or 9 videos. This uh this day I've been filming a lot because I've missed stuff. There's I've missed stuff for a couple of weeks just because there's been a lot of stuff going on. But also I am filming all of this. I believe the night before the day we get Battle Hour, which if you don't know what Battle Hour is, um, let me enlighten you because it's probably it's this big like Dragon Ball event that they announced, and it has all of the games that are still being supported, video game wise, that are going to be there. Plus, um, they did show that Dragon Ball Super Beerus was going to be there. That remake they were doing of the Super version of that. I'm sure the anime itself will be talked about since that's supposedly returning. I'm hoping they talk about Toyotaro. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I might be wrong. I've never heard his first name. I've always just heard him referred to as Toyotaro. And I yeah but I wonder if anything will be. I wonder if he'll show up. I wonder if he'll be there and talk about the manga a little bit, or if anything about the manga will be talked about. They have the online card game. They have, I think, the actual card game being talked about. There's like two or three card game things. Mobile games like Dokkan Battle, which I absolutely love, and Legends, which is also very fun. But I've always loved Dokkan. But both of them take up so much space, which is annoying. But they're gonna be there and talked about. I guess some people were upset because I guess the thing that they showed, I have no idea like where it was shown. I'll probably look for it after this video, but um, I guess something was shown where it was just a picture of all the stuff that was gonna be there, like logos over like a white background. And I guess the game Kakarot wasn't there, which doesn't really surprise me. Feel like Kakarot is probably done now, but who knows? I feel like a sequel might happen at some point. You know, years down the line. But I feel like the game itself is probably done. And I think a few people are upset about that, but that I don't know. Apparently, not many people um, even gave that game a shot. But I like it. Um, Xenoverse 2 will be there, so we should hopefully get some news. Maybe a little reveal trailer, like one of those first look trailers of Chapter 4. That would be cool, so that way we can get an idea of what that will entail. Um, I personally am excited because I really want to see that. I love Xenoverse 2. It's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite Dragon Ball game because it's the one I've sucked the most hours into. But I love it. Dragon Ball Fighters, of course, will be there. They did reveal in like kind of a weird thing about like I think a tournament, but they did showcase. Um, and by showcase, I mean they did like literally like a reveal thing of a character. Apparently, that game is getting a new character. It's so many years after it basically died, in the sense of getting new characters. Um, so we should hopefully get some more info on them, like when they're releasing. Hopefully, more about their move sets, stuff like that. And then of course, Sparking Zero, I will believe will be there, which makes sense because they do have that survival mode coming that should be releasing soon. And of course, they have their big DLC pack um, in a number of months. Gekishin Squadra, I'm sure will be there. You know, a lot of other stuff. But yeah, that's essentially why Battle Hour has been so popular. And of course, the big thing being, at least for me, and I'm sure others, the big thing, of course, being H1000. I believe that's when the H1000 gets its official name, not its like project name. So that's exciting. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more info on H1000 other than what we've already seen. So yeah, a lot going on in the Dragon Ball world lately, huh? But speaking of Dragon Ball, let's see what our boy Vegeta's up. Super Saiyan God Vegeta's up to. It's still kind of weird hearing Peggy 12, considering I don't live in Europe and that's like the Europe thing. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. Broly's about to get his shit rocked, apparently. Oh, that's kind of cool. He, like, sucks people in, shoots a thing. Interesting, it, like, stops them. He's got, like, a rush attack. Interesting. Of course, he's a tank. All the Vegetas are tanks. I'm trying to remember all the... Yeah, all the other Vegeta. There's, like, a couple other Vegetas in this game, I believe, and they're tanks, of course, as well. So, of course, this one's a tank as well. A divine guardian who supports his team by drawing enemy attention on the front lines, raise her red fury in battle, create attack openings, and seize victory. Interesting. So his passive is of course the red fury. Oh, he's doing it with the Goku. That's kind of funny. He gain buffs by increasing red fury. Hitting enemy heroes with rush attacks and skills, excluding super attacks, increases fury, which then decreases over time while not in combat. When maxed out, buffs are set to activate, or buffs to self are activated and skill cooldowns are reduced. While buffed, gradually recover armor and apply cooldown reduction to yourself. Also, while buffed, fury will no longer increase, and the power-ups ends if you take damage from enemy heroes or when fury reaches 0. Interesting. Um, I think it's interesting that there's so much, like, if you get hit, you lose, like, all of your red fury benefits. That feels like a major drawback to me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that feels like a massive drawback to me. But I like the idea of it. You're hitting your enemy, right? You're in there. You're successfully whooping him, right? You're whooping him. You're whooping him. You're whooping him. And then you're whooping him. You're whooping him, and you get some benefits. That's kind of nice. Okay, so that's kind of a show of it, I guess. Okay, I see. It's that bar underneath the health bar. I see. That's kind of cool. Looks like you got a the fiery Super Saiyan God aura from it, so that's cool. Rush attack and energy blast attack. Damage increases if you have armor. There's a number of characters whose rush attacks are key blasts. Those characters aren't bad, but when I did play a little bit more, they were confusing to me. They weren't bad though; they were just kind of confusing to me. At least certain ones were. But I mean, hey, options are always nice, and I think everybody likes uniqueness in their characters, so fair enough. Skill 1 here. Ooh, Prominence and Blow. I like how he's got like a whole bunch of like prominent something names, just like throughout games. Like in Xenoverse 2, the Super Saiyan God Goku has Prominence Flash, which is very cool. Um, And then like in that game's fun because they gave him these like combo moves. There's one where he does like a kick into like a combo. There's one where he does some like downward hits. It's very fun. But let's see what Prominence Blow is like, shall we? Charge forward in a set direction. Apply steal attack on hit to self and the enemy, stealing the enemy's attack power and adding it to your own. What? The higher the enemy hero's all attack powers, the greater the effect. I think I saw some comments briefly because I was like waiting for this to load. Our internet's been kind of slow, so it's been taking a bit for things to load. I don't read what they said, but they brought this up. Interesting. So he goes forward in a set direction, and then if he hits, he applies steal attack on. They make it on the hit to himself and the enemy. So you steal the enemy's attack power, and then you add that to your own. That's interesting. That's kind of an interesting idea. Okay. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that like makes you stronger, or at least makes certain attacks stronger or something. But that's interesting. Skill 2 is Divine Zone. Unleash energy pulses into the surrounding, pulling in enemies several times. The final wave has a stronger pull. Activating God Shine attack while the skill is active shortens the time until the stronger pull occurs. Interesting. Interesting. So that's that pull thing. So he like interesting. So that's that thing where he like pulls you in with some sort of like aura, and then he can like do some stuff. Skill 3 here is Red Bind Shot. Fire energy blast at enemies within a set range. Applies immobile to enemies on hit. Energy blast will pursue enemies for a set time and disappear upon hitting a wall. The number of possible targets increases with skill level. Interesting. So that's that thing where he shoots. Yeah, he shoots out some key blasts that can bind people for a little bit. That's cool. And his super attack is, of course, God Shine Attack, which is a very cool name. Warp to a set position in the sky and release an energy wave, staggering enemies with an explosion. Can be discovered by enemies while attacking. At skill level 3, super rage extends to the entire stage. Excluding access work. That's kind of nutty that it literally says it attacks the whole stage. Like, that's crazy. They must mean that you can, like... That makes me think that you can, like, teleport around or something. That's, that's an interesting thing about. I like him a lot. I remember the Super Saiyan God Goku, who released before him, was absolutely amazing. Like, and just in the sense of like, I loved his moveset and I like the names of stuff and whatnot. He seemed like a very fun character. I was down. Um, Vegeta here. Vegeta here is great. I like him a lot. I love just the names of the moves. I think they did a really good job giving them to him. They got some amazing ideas going on with this one. The fact that he can attack seemingly the whole stage is kind of crazy to think about. Or at least, again, I'm assuming it's like he teleports up. And it can like go down and do some sort of attack or something is probably what they mean. But still, that's very, very cool. I'm very glad I watched this. That he looks awesome. and I could definitely see people meaning him. He's great. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell. Do all the aggregate guards. It helps us out a lot. It means a lot to us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.